What's going on, guys? Jacob Cabazzuto with Cab Training here, and I'm going to talk to you guys about sprint technique. I've trained over 150 athletes in my short training career so far. I'm going to tell you guys 3 different mistakes I see kids make when they're sprinting. So before we do anything here today, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to Cab Training if you guys want to hear more tips, sport-specific and position-specific drills, and speed and agility content. Let's get better today. So the first mistake I see athletes make with their sprinting is their start. And you've probably heard it a billion times, but it has to do with false steps. But I'm gonna actually dive deeper than that and talk about energy shifts and weight shifts. So if you don't see a false step, or if you don't experience a false step when you're sprinting, you often have this shift from your front leg to your back leg into your takeoff. What I want to do is minimize that. And a lot of what minimizing it depends on is core strength, hip strength, and overall leg strength in your body. But we can also fix it with weight distribution in our start. So what I want you guys to do is, rather than put all your weight on your front foot, so that first step is with your back foot, let's put about 70% on the front foot and 30% of our weight on the back foot. That way we can jump and propel off both feet. This will really help us take away that false step, stop us from taking an extra step with our front foot, shifting our weight from our front foot to our back foot, and it's really going to help us start off faster and utilize all the strength and power that we have in our lower body. The second mistake that young athletes experience in their sprint is the way their foot strikes the ground. And now you've probably also ran into this a bunch of times before, kids being heavy on their feet. If you're heavy on your feet, you usually strike down with the heel of your foot first when you sprint, but we're gonna try and emphasize landing on the balls of our feet when we sprint. So oftentimes when I see a young athlete between the ages of 5 and 15 sprint, they usually come down right on their heel first. It's not as pronounced as what I just showed you, but it does show when you slow the video down. So I want us to go from heel to toe to right on the middle of the foot. We don't want to be too toesy and jam our foot into the ground, because that's not where our ultimate power would be from, but we want to be right here on the middle of our foot. And the way to fix that is with dorsiflexion. And dorsiflexion, maybe you've heard of it before when you've been perusing on YouTube. That's exactly where I heard it from first. We're right here flexing that toe up so we can land right on the meat of our foot. It's kind of like a baseball bat. If you hit the ball off the end of the bat, it's gonna get sliced off to the other way. And if you hit it off the middle of the bat, it feels like your fingers are gonna fall off. But if you feel the ball hit off the meat of the bat, it's gonna jump off of the bat. And that's what we want to do with our foot. If we jump off the meat of our foot, we are going to spring much better and push off the ground much stronger, thus sprinting faster. The third error I see youth athletes experience in their sprinting technique has to do with drive. More specifically, knee drive, because there's arm drive and knee drive that factor into sprinting. I'm going to go into knee drive here. A lot of young athletes have a lack of hip mobility when they sprint, and it inhibits their sprinting speed. Most of the time, a young athlete's knee only goes to about right here when they're sprinting, and it decreases their stride length, and it decreases their power with which they strike the ground. So this is the reason why we do high knees. When we do high knees at the beginning of a workout, it really greases up the hinges and gets us ready for the ultimate amount of knee drive that we need when we sprint. So doing high knees to our fullest is really going to benefit us with our knee drive. So next time you warm up before a workout, a training session, or a practice, try not to go through the motions with high knees. This also emphasizes the importance of stretching and mobility exercises when you are working out. Lunges, hugely beneficial for when you need to increase your knee drive. Other kind of hip mobility stretches you can find on YouTube, you can find anywhere else. Just try to increase your hip mobility so it can increase your knee drive when you're sprinting, because it's heavily important in increasing your stride length and your overall speed. First of all, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to Cav Training if you guys don't want to miss any more videos from me. I like to post once or twice a week, so make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. Let's get better today.